You see, ladies and gentlemen, when we say Ram, 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 what happens when we say Ram? Even if we say it out of frustration or fear or anger, whatever it may be, this word Ram, you know, is actually leaving an arrow. The arrow is coming, and with every single word of Ram, this arrow hits one of your Shadripus. Trust me, right? So if you say Ram for 108 times, your 108 different bad feelings are gone. And if you do it for 1008 times, so you imagine. And because Hanumanji used to just do one prayer all the time, Ram, 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 Ram. So that is one of the first parampara I teach to my students. That whole day, either you keep reciting Om Namah Shivaya, right? Or Om Shivaya Namaha, or just say Ram, 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 Ram. Imagine, close your eyes and imagine your horoscope. And in the ninth house of horoscope, Shri Ram is standing with a bow and an arrow. And it's just, sending the arrows on your all bad karmas by every single, pronunciation of Ram, 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 Ram. So when I start the lecture, I say it for 3 times, right? The first arrow is for cleaning any Shadripus in the body. That's the first Ram. The second Ram is to clean the Shadripus of your mind. That's the second Ram. Third, Ram, I say to clean the Shadripus of your soul, right? So whatever dirt or whatever nonsense we have in our body because we eat onion, garlic, food, this, that, that's impurity in the body. So one Ram cleans the impurity of your body before the class, right? And then we had dveshas, we have anger issues, we have targets, we have things not going well around us, and then we develop some negative feelings for someone, for ourselves, for even God at times. So the second Ram kills that, and when we say third Ram, right, it kills any dirt that has gone in your soul because of that body and mind combination, right? So three Rams, Ram, 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 right? And Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. Vishnu is what? Vishnu is knowledge. Ram is protection. Remember this. And Vishnu and Ram are inseparable from each other, right? Because Vishnu is your preserver. So when I say Vishnu, 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 what I'm saying is that I'm trying to make your mind intelligent, your body intelligent, and your soul intelligent. So these are the prayers. And why we say Om Gurve Nama for the 12 times? Because it is the Jupiter that takes 12 years to complete a zodiac sign, the complete zodiac of 12 rashis. It takes 12 years. And by saying, Om Gurve Nama, you are actually sending the Jupiterian energy in all your 12 houses, in all your 12 zodiac signs, so that you become absolutely pure before this class. So these are how scientifically, we have designed these prayers. And once the lecture is over, again, we say it for 12 times. So one starts from here, Om Gurve Nama. That's the first mudra I do. Okay. And then the second again starts from here. Om Gurve Namaha. Then the third is this mudra. Then the fourth, fifth, okay, sixth. Then again the seventh, okay, eighth, nine, 10. Okay, so these are 10. And then 11th is for your Shikhi. So right this corner, this the center where you see that, what we call it is a bodhi or a tail coming of a pandit. This is known as Shikhi. This is the top area where Shiva is standing. Shiva is standing. So you're bowing down your head and keeping your head like this and telling Shiva to stand over your head so that his lotus feet can touch your head and you start learning Jyotisha. Because ultimate guru is Shiva, right? Dakshinamurti Shiva. He is the top guru. All the Sapat Rishis report to him. And then everyone right here in the center of the chest has Jagannath. And everyone has a Shivlingam in his body in the form of thumb. So if you keep your thumb like this, isn't that look like a Shiva, Shivling? This looks like a Shiv. This is the lower part and this is like Shivling. So we are giving our Shivling to Jagannath, who is the preserver of Kali Yuga. So these are the prayers, quickly we make, before the class starts and end of the class, and the entire lecture is locked between these prayers so that you people can make the most out of it. Okay, so quick prayers and very effective prayers, we do to energize your horoscope, your mind, your soul, your body, and also we are giving something to Vishnu, something to Shiva. So we are giving all these things. So these are the significance of the small activity, that we do. In the Jyotish Acharya, in the beginning batches, beginning classes, we have explained these, small mudras and prayers that we do. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, today we'll talk about Mars, Mangala, and we are talking about Manglik dosha and Manglik yoga. There's always a difference between yoga and dosha, right? You should know what is the difference. What is the exact meaning of a yoga? What is the exact meaning of a dosha? The yoga is a positive word, dosha is a negative word. Okay. So, first of all, before we start, what is Manglik and how do you see in a chart whether a person is Manglik or not? Right? Is there something known as Anshik Manglik or Chandra Manglik? All these questions will be answered today. Okay. But before I give you this information, I would like to know one thing from you people. What is Mangala? Right? A lot of people say Mangal is desire, passion, strength, this, that, right? But I have a very different definition of Mangala. See, first of all, Mangala is the strength of the body of the Kal Purush. Just like you have Vastu Purush, in the exact same way, we have Kal Purush in Vedic Jyotish. What is Kal Purush? Kal Purush is nothing but the Mesha Lagna horoscope, the first horoscope ever created by Muni Parashara is known as Kal Purush horoscope. So, Mangal is the physical strength of the Kal Purush. Mangal is the anger of the Kal Purush. And where is Mangal born? Mangal is born in the 8th house in the sign of Scorpio. Now, this is a very important line that Mangal is born in Scorpio. Mangal is not born in Aries. No. Mangal is born in Scorpio. How do we know this? How do we know this? Which is the Mula Trikona sign of Mangal? Which is the Mula Trikona sign of Mangal? Is it Aries or is it Scorpio? Come on. The Mula Trikona of Mangal. Who will type this? Who will tell me this? Aries. Aries is the Mula Trikona of Mangal. That means the office of Mangal is Aries. So the home of the Mangal is Scorpio. So Mangal is born in Scorpio. Okay. And Mangal goes to office in Aries. Okay. So what does Mangal do? Mangal is a protector. He is someone who is the security in charge protector of Kalpurush. So the office of Mangal is in the Aries. But which planet is exalted in Aries? Surya. What is Surya? Government. Surya is government. So that is why, Mangal is a protector of government or the government property. So if Mars is a police officer or if Mars is an army personnel, what is the duty, the prime duty of a police officer or a prime duty of an army officer is to protect the government properties. That is what the police is doing. Law and order means the protection of the government bodies. Is that simple as that? That is why this Mangal is associated with army, police, security, protection, because it is a protector of a house where Surya is exalted, where government is exalted. And also, Mangal is known as the Bhumi Putra, Bhoputra. Why it is known as Bhumi Putra? Because Mangal ko jo duty mili hai, the job which is assigned to the Mars is to cremate you. आपको मिट्टी में मिलाने की जो ड्यूटी है वो मंगल को मिली है. That is why it is known as Bhumi Putra. That is the biggest reason that Mars is exalted in Capricorn. What is Capricorn? Capricorn is graveyard. It's a cremation ground. Mangal says that you are born from a mother known as Dharti Ma. And I am the only son of Bhumi. I am the Bhumi Putra. And it is my responsibility to take you back to that Bhumi. It is only me who can take you back to that Bhumi. So either you are cremated, you will be burned, and you will be into ashes, and eventually you will be combined with the Panch Tattva, gone, Dharti. Or you will be buried. Or you will be thrown in the Ganga. The fishes will eat and, like for a sadhu. And then eventually you will one day become part of this Bhumi. And the job assigned to me is to make you back, to bring you back to that Bhumi. That is why I am fully aware in the house of Capricorn, in the 10th house in the Kalpurush, where I know what I am supposed to do. So these three houses, the first house, the 8th house, and the 10th house, are the houses where Mangal is extremely prominent. One is the home, the other one is the office, and the third one is his dharma, Capricorn. His karma is Capricorn. But you see, from all these definitions, one thing is for sure, that Mangal is all about destruction. Mangal is all about protection. Mangal is all about possessiveness. You possess a property. Government possess a property. Now, these are the characteristics that are coming out of Mars. And these characteristics are not there with any other planet. You take any other planet. Who wants to protect you? Shani wants to protect you? No. He just wants to give you a boundary. That, look, this is your restriction. You can't go ahead of this. You have not done good karmas in your life. You will not earn more than this. I restrict you here. That's it. You may die. You may live. I'm not concerned. You are happy or you are sad. I'm not concerned. That's Saturn. Venus is saying, okay, you want romance, love, I can give it to you without money because Jupiter is not allowing me. Jupiter says he doesn't have it in his destiny. I'll not give him a luxurious car or a good home. Sorry. You don't deserve it. I have no permission from Jupiter to give it to you. This Venus is just standing like this, although he's devoted to you. Mercury is saying, I'll make you super intelligent. but I will not be able to protect you. I will not be able to protect you. Intelligence is not protection. You may be super intelligent, but you may not be able to protect your family. Moon says, don't bother me. Don't ask me questions. Chandrama hates the person who asks him the questions. You ask yourself, would you like to be answered for many questions? Do you like somebody ask you question all the time? आपका मन करता है कि आपसे सवाल पूछे जाए? No. What if your spouse asks you 100 questions every day? How early can you divorce him or her? Huh? One question, two questions, three questions a day, 4, 5 questions a day. What about 10 questions a day from your spouse? आपका मन क्या करेगा? That you're not supposed to live with this person. This person is a curse. Man, Chandra. Chandra is not protecting you. It is only the Mangala which is protecting you. Even if you don't have Mangal in your Lagna, even if you don't have Mangal in your Lagna, even if your Lagna is a Shukra Lagna, Taurus rising, even if your Lagna is a Gemini Lagna, Mercury rising, even if your Lagna is a Sagittarius Lagna, which is Jupiter rising, but if I do like this to you, or somebody throws something at you, you will protect yourself. This is known as stimulus. That's the reaction that you do. That means whether you have any association of the Mangal with the Lagna or not, you are protecting yourself because of the energy of Mars inside you. And that energy of that Mars inside you is stimulus. That is the veins, the nervous system. So Mars controls your nervous system. Mercury is the skin which is holding those nerves. Mars is that current in your body, the current which is running through blood, the current which is taking signals. Just give me a second, please. So Mars is that current which is flowing in your body. It is that current which is taking the signals from your brain to your body, from your body to your brain. What is the procedure of giving you anesthesia? What does anesthesia do if we have doctors here? If we have doctors here, what is the SOP, standard operating procedure of anesthesia? The moment it is injected, it just stops the current between your brain and your body. That's it. And you're unconscious. You just go, you don't know what is happening. I mean, the doctor can cut you into pieces. You will have no feeling. It is just that they have stopped the Mars. The Mars is no longer protecting your brain so that your brain can sense something. That's what anesthesia do. That's it. It is just to restrict the current. If you see the medical definition of anesthesia, it will give you the same what I'm saying. It was just cutting off your current of your body, the signals of your body, so that you can't feel pain or anxiety or happiness. You even don't know what is happening with you. So that is what is Mars. But I ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen. What is role of this Mars in marriage? What is role of anger in marriage? What is role of overprotection in marriage? What is role of over possessiveness in marriage? There's no such role. No, nothing. And there are certain houses of Mars because of which you people will realize that these certain positions of Mars makes a person Manglik. But why only those 6 houses? What about the other 6 houses? Why the other houses doesn't represent Manglik yoga or dosha? Why only those houses? That's what I'll teach you today. And in the second lecture, I'll teach you how the Mangal dosha gets cancelled. So let me, share the whiteboard with you people to understand. First of all, I'll make a horoscope here to make you understand what all houses, if you have Mars, makes a person Manglik. Okay. So the houses in which if you have, irrespective of any sign, right? Whatever sign it is, whatever lagna it is, irrespective of that sign, if you have Mangala in the first house, or in the fourth house, or in the seventh house, or in the eighth house, or in the 12th house, or in fact, in South India, they consider the Mars in the second house as well is considered as Manglik. So how will you identify someone if someone is Manglik or not? You just open the chart, open the horoscope, and see if Mangal is present in any of these houses. If the Mangal is present in any of these houses, the person is Manglik. Simple. What is Anshik Manglik? There is nothing called Anshik Manglik. Manglik is a Manglik. I have a debilitated Mars. Am I Manglik here? Yes, you are. I have a retrograde. I have a Vakri Mars. Am I Manglik? Yes, you are. Oh, my Mangal is combust. It is so close to the Surya. Am I Manglik? Yes, you are. My Mars is at 0 degree. It is not powerful. Am I Manglik? Yes, you are. You have to first understand that a person is Manglik because of the position of the Mars in these houses, irrespective of the condition of the Mars. Now, that Mars is how much effective, whether it is effective or not, that is decided at the second place. But the first thing is, am I Manglik? With any of the Mangals in any of these houses, with any of the signs, with any of the conditions, you are Manglik. Am I clear? Any confusions? Oh, Guruji, मेरा तो मंगल नीच है, मेरा मंगल अस्त है, मेरा मंगल तो सूर्य के नजदीक है, वो 0 डिग्री पे है, मैं तो मांगलिक नहीं हूँ. No. You are Manglik. Simple. There's nothing called Anshik Manglik. And from the moon, from the Chandra Kundli, when you make moon as the Lagna and rotate the chart accordingly, and if you have Mars in these houses, that means you are Chandra Manglik. Simple. Okay? So Manglik and Chandra Manglik. So wherever your moon is, you rotate that house to the Lagna and your chart rotates accordingly. And if you have Mars is any of these houses, the first house, the fourth house, the seventh house, the eighth house, the 12th house, and the second house, makes you Manglik. But the question is, when I was learning Jyotisha, it always came in my mind, always, why these houses? What makes a Mars to become Manglik in these houses? You see, what happens here is your longevity is decided by Mars. How can you say that your longevity is decided by Mars? Because Mars is born in the 8th house. If Mars is born in the 8th house, so 8th house is home of Mars. And 8th house is nothing but the house of longevity. So Mars says, according to Mars, the maximum longevity with all the angers and aggression should be 108 years. That's it. But then Muni Parashara says that if your mind is strong, you ask Jupiter to add 12 more years into it. Jupiter blessing. So how much it is? 120 years. So that is why your Vimshottari Mahadasha system is of 120 years. Mars says 108 because he thinks that, I think one pada is 1 year for Mars and you live 108 padas, all nakshatras covered. Thank you. Get out of this earth. I will reune you into Bhumi. I am a Bhumi Putra. Vishnuji says, you give 12 more years, Jupiter, and make 120. But if your mind is more strong, you can add another 24 years. Another 24 years. There are many shastras who says that the average longevity of a human should be 144. This is a very advanced concept. You will learn it over the period of time when I teach you Shiv Mahapuran. In the Shiv Mahapuran, they have explained it. How come it is 144? There are 2 more circles of Jupiter that were added. How it is, we'll explain. That's a very different concept. But what I'm trying to tell you is that your longevity is divided into 3 parts, like Sade Sati. It is divided into 3 parts. In Kali Yuga, what is happening? A lot of things will make sense. So if you divide 108 by 3, how much do you get? You get 36, 36, and 36 is equal to 108. Part 1, part 2, part 3. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. So when we are saying Gayatri Mantra, we are saying Om Bhur. We are talking about the first 36 years. Bhuva, next 36 years. Swaha or Swarga is the last 36 years. So you see, if you divide this horoscope into 3 parts, the first house, second house, third house, and fourth house are the houses that belong to first 36 years of your life. And it belongs to Bhur. The 5th house, the 6th house, the 7th house, and the 8th house are the next 4 years that belong to what? That belong to Bhuva. And the 9th house, 10th house, 11th house, and 12th house are the 4 houses that belong to the last 36 years of your life, which is Swaha. In the first 36 years of your life, there is no solar energy. See, sun rises in the first house here, and then sun moves to the here, and sun sets in the 7th house. You know this thing. Have you seen this ever looking at a chart? How is sun moving during the day? Have you ever seen? Have you checked a horoscope every 2 hours? Did you? No? Oh, you have to see how the sun is moving. Sun moves from here to here and sets here. That means all these houses are dark because these are the night houses. You want to see this? I'll show you this right away. Let's do it. Let's see how the day is progressing as per Jyotisha. You have to understand these basic concepts every single day. Every single day you need to check that at this point of time, where will be the Surya? So nowadays, what time is the sunrise? What is the time of the sunrise here in India? Come on, tell me. How many of you get up before the sunrise? What is the sunrise? People are typing 7:11. Fantastic. So can I say 7? Can I put this today's chart for 7:11 in the morning? Okay. So this is December 3rd, 2022, 7:11 in the morning. This is the kundli which is made. सुबह 7:11 पे. Every house is a house of 2 hours. 2 घंटे का घर होता है. That is why 12 houses belong to 24 hours. 7:11 पे सूर्य इस घर में होगा हमेशा. जब भी सूर्य उदय होगा, so that means the first house is east, the 7th house is west, this is north and this is south. तो सूर्य की जो मूवमेंट है वो कहां से? So this is east, this is west, this is south and this is north. So sun always move from east to west via south. Via south. Remember this, right? And how it is working? Let's change the time. Let's change the time. What time should I do now? Let me see what happens after 2 hours. So 2 hours will be 9:11, no? 9:11 in the morning. 9:11. Where is the Surya now? Second house. 2 घंटे और आगे बढ़ते हैं. 11:11. Where is the Surya now? So at 12 o'clock, Surya is always here in the 10th house, making Surya extremely powerful and making it a digbala, directional strength, chamakta hua profession. So at 1 o'clock, where is the Surya at 1 o'clock? Which is 13:11. Surya is in the 10th house. It's moving. Every 2 hours it is moving. And where is Surya going at 15:11? It's gone here. I've just moved so quickly here. Now it is setting, quickly setting. The days are short. At what about 5:11? 17:11. It's setting, it's going. What about 6:11? 18:11. It's night. There's no Surya. It's gone. It's gone. 18:11. It's moving. What about 19:11? It's moving. It's gone. It's setting. It's gone. It's dark. Gone, 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 gone. But what have you learned? What have you learned from this activity? What have you learned from this activity is that the night has started. So when the night has started, from the 5th house onwards, that means the first 36 years of your life is like a night. Everything reverses from here. No? How it is reversing? Did you notice something? What did you notice? Come on, tell me. What did you notice? Look at the screen carefully. Leave your pens. You will get the recordings. Look at the screen. Mangala, Mars. Then Venus, then Mercury, third house, and Moon. The first 36 years of night, where the importance is of the night. दिन का मजा नहीं है, रात का मजा है. बचपन में सोते हैं, खाते हैं, पीते हैं, हाँ, सारी चीजें रात को. And what happens after the age of 36? The nights are gone and the days are strong. What happens? Actually, everything is gone reversed now. मार्स जो यहां बैठा था, अब मंगल यहां है. मार्स, वीनस, मर्क्यूरी, यू सी रिवर्स हो गया. यहां पे क्या था? मार्स, वीनस, मर्क्यूरी सीधा था. यहां पर मार्स, वीनस, मर्क्यूरी रिवर्स हो गया. पूरी जिंदगी बदल गई 36 से लेके 72 तक. हेलो, इधर पहले मार्स था, फिर वीनस था. पहले गुस्सा था, पैशन था, ताकत थी, लव था, कम्युनिकेशन थी, मां थी. अब कौन है? अब पिता के साथ काम पे जाना पड़ता है, बुद्धि लगानी पड़ती है. लव रोमांस की जगह नहीं रही अपनी. तो जहां पर मंगल का जन्म हुआ था वो तो एंड में रह गया. फ्रॉम हियर whatever you started in first 36 years is now reverse here. Here mother was your in charge. Now your father is in charge. He's telling you to do this, do this, do this in this business. And at the age of 70, you hardly have your mother and father in your life. They are gone. When you are 72, they are gone. And the pity thing about Kali Yuga is that we are not living more than 72. We are not looking the brightest day, the brightest side of our life. We are saying goodbye at the age of 65, 70. Thank you. असली उजाला तो देखा ही नहीं. ये थोड़ा थोड़ा उजाला देखा आपने शाम का 3-4 बजे का. यहां से एक्चुअल उजाला शुरू होता था जब हम जी नहीं सके. Because our body, mind are not pure. It's not there. It's gone. It's over. From here, the Mars can see the light through Guru, through meditation. अपने आप को मिट्टी में मिलाकर मेडिटेशन, होप्स, विशेस, डिजायर्स को कंट्रोल करके हमें मुक्ति मिलनी थी, मोक्ष मिलना था. हमने तो ये 36 इयर्स ट्रेवल ही नहीं किए. We did not. In this age, you have no urge for food. You have no urge for sex. From 72 to 108, you have urge of bhakti. Going to pilgrims, 4 धाम घुमा दो. After 72, 9th house. पता नहीं कितने लोग मर जाएंगे, बहन, भाई, चाचा, ताया, मामा. I don't know how many times you will go to a cremation ground in a month if you are in your 70s and if you have a big house of relatives. Your hopes, your wishes, your desires will dim, and then you meditate and reach moksha. That is how Mangal is a karaka of your longevity, because it is future of your Chandra. चंद्र से 5 घर आगे किसका घर है? It is the home where Mars has taken birth. The 8th house, Scorpio. चंद्रमा का घर ये है. इससे 5 घर आगे गिनो. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The future of your Chandra is based on Mangala. इसीलिए लॉन्जिविटी जब चंद्र कुंडली से हम देखते हैं तो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस उसमें मंगल की होती है. याद रखना ये बात. Whenever we are looking at longevity, आयु, Mars, these are very advanced concepts. Now Mangal says that I want to contribute something in marriage. Mangal says, I would like to contribute something in marriage. So Mangal has taken 3 houses in the first 36 years of the life. He occupied 3 houses. What is Mangal so desireful, passionate, and angry about? He's so strengthful about his Lagna. So whenever Mars is in the Lagna, one, your mind is in the dark. Second, you consider yourself extremely powerful, physically as well as mentally. And if someone who doesn't have Mars in the Lagna, you will have compatibility issues, because you will be so aggressive that you will ruin the other person. You will become so overprotective that you will ruin the other person if you have Mars in the Lagna. The other person's energy won't be able to match with you. That is why you say, oh, he's Manglik, you are not Manglik, please do not marry this person. It is because it is difficult to handle the energy of a Manglik person. Mangal is in the dark, it's night, and Mangal is aggressive. Mangal in the first house thinks that he is the most powerful physically, mentally, psychologically. Mars is in the second house, is very aggressive towards the relatives, towards the taste buds, towards money, towards finances. There are no emotions in the second house if you have Mars. It's all about what have you cooked for me. You cook it, and let's think about bed pleasures. Second house. How we will move in the society. That's second house Mars. Very protective, passionate, and angry about society of your relatives. Rishtedari. Kutumb. And then the fourth house, my home. She is my mother. एक पत्नी को सबसे बुरी बात पता क्या लगती है? एक पत्नी को एक पति का चिल्लाना बुरा नहीं लगता ना, वो बर्दाश्त कर लेती है उसका चिल्लाना. लेकिन एक पति जब एक पत्नी पे अपनी मां के कारण चिल्लाता है ना, वो पत्नी से बर्दाश्त नहीं होता. कि you are talking to me like this because of your mother? I have equal respect. And vice versa. एक पति को भी ये बर्दाश्त नहीं होता कि उसकी मदर इन लॉ के लिए उसकी पत्नी उसके साथ चिल्लाए. That means if you have Mars in the fourth house, you will be passionate about your mother, and after marriage, there are very strong chances of you becoming a mama boy or a mama girl. घर की छोटी छोटी बात मम्मी को बताएंगे. मम्मी आज ये हुआ था घर पे, आज ये लेट आए थे, आज इनकी बहन आई थी, बहन ने ये किया, वो किया, ऐसे किया. And then the mama boy is also telling everything. Because if your married life is influenced by others, there is no intimacy in that married life. It is over. Finished. There are couples who ask about their physical relations from their parents. Shall we make it or not? Where is the marriage? Nothing. Marriage is gone to the hell. Marriage has died. Marriage is over. Because you will forgive your life partner, your mama will not. Your papa will not, your friend will not. And the next 36 years of your life, you give importance to your reproduction system. And there is a lot of passion towards secrets, towards in-laws, aggression towards in-laws. Mars in the 8th house, you will be very aggressive for your in-laws. If you're bringing a girl at home with Mars in the 8th house, and if the Mars is a powerful Mars, she'll be very aggressive for your parents. Will not be able to handle. And if he's a boy, he's like a real Javai Raja. He'll be very aggressive. ये कैसे रखा है, ये क्यों नहीं खिलाया, ये क्यों नहीं किया, मुझे शगन कितना डाला, आपको कितना शगन डाला, वो क्या किया, ये क्या किया, उसने मेरी तरफ कैसे देखा, कैसे बिहेव किया. In the last 36 years, you don't need Mars. But on the same time, when you die, before you die, even if in your jungles of your Vanprasth time, you would like to meet your spouse in the end. Goodbye. You'll be passionate about having moksha together. Saat janam ka rishta. When you go up there, when the karmic settlement of your karmas is happening, the accounts are seen, you will definitely talk about the desires of your life partner, about your sexual things, which is there in the 12th house. So if you have Mars in the 12th house, there can be aggression and over desire for physical relations. So out of all these houses for marriage, let's make a list. What is marriage? Marriage is a social contract. Marriage एक सामाजिक रिश्ता है, ये एक आत्मा का रिश्ता नहीं है. आत्मा का रिश्ता दोस्ती होती है, और दोस्ती जिसके साथ होती है उसके साथ मैरिज होती नहीं है. और अगर जिसके साथ दोस्ती हो उसके साथ मैरिज हो जाए तो इससे बड़ी कोई चीज ही नहीं हो सकती इस दुनिया में. फ्रेंडशिप and soulmates is not the life partner. Life partner can be a soulmate, then you have done really good karmas. Really good karmas. So shastras say marriage is a social contract. What do you need? First of all, you are required in the marriage, first house. Then your relatives who will arrange the marriage, your parents, his parents, her parents. So second house. लड़के का घर है कि नहीं है? Fourth house. How is the reproduction system? How is the earning? Seventh house is your income. Your gains is 11th house. Your fixed money, your saving count is second house, but your gains 10th from 10th is the 7th house. Extended family कैसी है? 8th house. And marriage is also dependent on bed pleasures, the sexual ability. Is the boy or girl potent or impotent? So these were the houses that were desired and defined for marriage in the Shastras. And whenever you have Mars in this, you are adding on fire in this. You are adding on anger in these houses. You are adding on desires in these houses. And if you are a not Manglik or a non-Manglik, you will not be able to cope up. You will not be able to have compatibility. But there are certain planets, if you have in these houses, then you will break the ego of Mars. You'll slow down the current of Mars with certain conditions, which I'll teach you as a parihara, as the nullification of the Manglik yoga. So you see, this is what is Mangal dosha. You call it dosha, you call it yoga, it is your perspective. I call it a yoga. I've never called it a Mangal dosha. People want me to call it Mangal dosha. But I personally believe it is a Mangal yoga, that you are protective. Sometimes the life partner doesn't want you to be protective, no? The life partner can feel suffocated because of your overprotection. That's what the problem is. If you have Mars in the 4th house, you will fight for your mother. देख मेरी माँ के साथ ऐसे मत बात कर, मेरी मम्मी सही है, तू गलत है. That is what you're saying to your wife. अगर आपका मंगल लगन में है तो बोलोगे मैं सही हूं, तू गलत है. अगर मंगल द्वितीय भाव में है तो मेरा टेस्ट है, तेरा टेस्ट नहीं है. मेरी रिश्तेदारी है, तू मेरी रिश्तेदारी में चलेगी, मैं तेरी रिश्तेदारी में नहीं जाऊंगा. That's Mars 2nd house. Mars 8th house, you will respect my parents, I will not respect your parents. Mars 8th house. Mars 12th house, I will have physical relations with you when I want, not when you want. The conditions will be mine, not yours. This is known as handling the Martian energy. Income belongs to me. Money belongs to me. I will keep the money. I will be the in charge of money. You give me your jewelry. I will keep it in my locker. I will not hand it over to you. Mars in the 7th house. This is Manglik. This is, and if you love someone from your mind and soul, you can just ignore these things and the Mangal dosha is over. Simple. And if both of them have same yogas, then both of them have energy to fight. That's okay. People will come, लोग आएंगे, बीच बचाव करेंगे, रात को झापड़ मार के सोएंगे, सुबह वही रोटी पैक करके देंगे, अगले दिन आके शाम को कहीं बैठ के बार में बियर पी रहे होंगे दोनों जन. That's okay. बीत गई सो बात गई. But if one is sentimental and emotional, he gets this kind of a life partner, उसकी जिंदगी तो गई. Gone. It's over. ये होता है मांगलिक योगा. This is what is known as Manglik yoga. This is what is known as Mangal. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Why are you so stunned, quiet? Huh? Any questions that you have, ladies and gentlemen? A lot of you are married now.
Hare Krishna Guruji, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why do some astrologers say that if one person is Manglik and you get married to another Manglik, another non-Manglik, the person dies early? Is there a logic behind that?
The logic is there's no logic. It is because they think कि ऐसे इंसान के साथ तो कितनी देर कोई जिएगा. Is that simple? But actually, this is not true. If a Manglik marries a non-Manglik, the one who is non-Manglik is not going to die. It is a feeling. No Shastra says that he will die or she will die. It is like, somebody who is tormenting you whole life. Actually, that person is giving you a slow death. Isn't?
Yeah, that is what it means actually.
Actually, that is what it means. And Kaliyug में तो उसकी दुर्गति हो गई. अरे नहीं नहीं नहीं, आप तो मर जाएंगे. अगर राम जी मांगलिक थे, पारुल जी क्या married life थी यार उनकी. He never enjoyed his married life. It was a cursed married life.
Like Sita ji never died, right? Like
yeah, Sita ji never died.
They did not enjoy because they had different levels of energies.
She died and lived every day.
Yeah.
From the day she got married, I mean, she's been seeing, I mean, there was 14 years of exile. And then she came back and then sent again. The children were born with Valmiki in the jungles again. And then she was with the Dharti Mata. Bhumi Putra le gaye. She was accepted by Prithvi Bhumi. Go on.
But Guruji, you also told one time that if there is a malefic in the 7th house, right? Like Mars is a malefic, then the person becomes very responsible. Like he or she is very, like,
yeah, of course, very responsible. Of
he'll be responsible
he'll be so responsible that he'll pick up your phone and check every day what messages have come. He's very responsible towards you. He'll be very, very possessive about your reproduction system. What medicines are you taking? Where are you going? How are you walking? What are you doing? He'll be very responsible. You want your spouse to have so much of responsibility? Huh? You want him to give you some space, right?
Yeah, maybe not in this day and time and age.
Of course. Not in any age. These are those, boyfriends who have big breakup because they are noticing the moment that why were you online at 2 o'clock? Why have you not messaged me before eating food? I was waiting for you, I am hungry, you send me message, you start from there, I will start from here, then we will eat food. Those affairs, no? And then the relatives came, the girl was not able to message, she also ate the food with the relatives, and 1 o'clock in the night you are having a fight that I am hungry, और वो रोते रोते सुबह के 4 बज गए. This is a great responsibility, no? Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. बहुत अच्छा है. Fantabulous.
Guruji, what if Mars is retrograde, Guruji, and we are a Manglik?
Mars is retrograde is more frustrating. It's like, you know, मतलब आग तो जल रही थी, उसमें एक डिब्बा पेट्रोल का और डाल दिया. Obsessive compulsive disorder.
It's like a catalyst.
Retrograde Mars is like OCD. It's like obsessive compulsive disorder, complete mad case. सबसे खतरनाक.
Excuse me,
Overly
sir.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Sir, does a degree also matters if it's
Of
on a higher
course,
degree?
of course, it matters. Higher degree Mars is like a Buddha egoistic Mars. You know that life partner is a very egoistic person. Buddha, when you grow old, you don't have energy, but you have ego. You don't have strength to do something, but you have a big mouth. So that is that kind of a Mars. The Mars with the lower degree is full of energy. He's like always hitting you for no reason. If it is Ast, it is Astangat, it is near to the Surya, it is the curse of Shiva. It is the curse of Shiva. He is one person who doesn't have strength, but he's pretending that he is the hero of some. जिनके मतलब ऐसा लाइफ पार्टनर होता है जिसके हाथ पल्ले कुछ नहीं होता, लेकिन वो फिर भी अपने आप को पता नहीं क्या समझता है. That is अष्टांगत मंगल. कुछ है नहीं है, लेकिन घर आके वो राजा चंगेज हैं. मतलब ऑफिस से वो सारा दिन जूतियां खा के आ रहे हैं, कोई पैसा नहीं कमाया, घर पे आके ही इज द हिटलर ऑफ द फैमिली. ही इज बेसिकली नथिंग. दैट्स व्हाट इज अष्टांगत मंगल.
But that's again the frustration. कहीं तो निकलेगी, right?
एग्जैक्टली, दैट्स अ फ्रस्ट्रेशन. घर आके निकालनी उन्होंने. अगर वो सेकंड हाउस में है, फिर वो बोल के निकालेगा. फोर्थ हाउस में है, वो अपने मन में रखेगा. सेवंथ हाउस में है, वो रात को अपनी फ्रस्ट्रेशन निकालेगा. एट्थ हाउस में है, वो आपके मम्मी पापा को आते ही गालियां देनी शुरू कर देगा. सेवंथ हाउस में आते ही आपसे सारी सेविंग ले लेगा. मैंने आपको इतने पैसे दिए थे ना, वापस करो. गिव इट बैक टू मी. मुझे कल जरूरत है, वापस करो पैसे मेरे. इट्स लाइक दैट काइंड ऑफ अ टॉर्चर.
गुरुजी, बाकी जो 6 हाउसेस होते हैं वहां पे मंगल एग्रेशन कम कर देता है यहाँ पे.
मैरिज को इफेक्ट नहीं ना करता. थर्ड हाउस में बोलेगा, कितना बोलेगा, कितना बोलेगा. आपकी बीवी बोलती है जितेंद्र जी, या हमारी बोलती है, हम इधर से सुनते, बोल बोल के अब कहानी इम्यून हो गए. कितना बोलोगे भैया, जब सामने से रिस्पॉन्स ही नहीं आएगा. बोलते रहो. बच्चे थोड़ा ना डिवोर्स करवा देंगे. फिफ्थ हाउस. आपके दुश्मन थोड़ा ना आपका डिवोर्स करवा देंगे. सिक्स्थ हाउस. हाँ, आपके इन-लॉज, आपकी मदर इन लॉ करवा सकती है. एट्थ हाउस. आपकी मदर इन लॉ आपका डिवोर्स करवा सकती है. आपका फादर इन लॉ भी करवा सकता है. आपकी एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली, आपकी साली वगैरह जो होती है, वो आपका डिवोर्स करवा सकती है. गुरु थोड़ा करवाएंगे. आपके ऑफिस के बॉस भी नहीं करवाएंगे, जो आपकी बीवी को जानते भी नहीं है. ना समाज करवाएगा. हाँ, बेड प्लेजर्स में आप इंपॉर्टेंट हो तो डिवोर्स होने के चांसेस है. आप लीगली आप वन साइडेड डिवोर्स ले सकते हो इफ योर लाइफ पार्टनर इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जो है ये लियन मार्क है. यू प्रूव इट, गिव अ मेडिकल सर्टिफिकेट, आपको सेम डे वन साइडेड डिवोर्स मिल जाएगा इफ योर लाइफ पार्टनर इज इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड ही विल आल्सो हैव टू गिव यू द कंपनसेशन because you know, sorry,
But that's 12th house, na Guruji?
दैट्स 12th हाउस।
हाँ।
सिर्फ यही हाउसेस हैं जो मैरिज को इफेक्ट करते हैं सबसे ज्यादा। और कल हम आपको श्लोक सिखाएंगे, योगा सिखाएंगे। सुबह 10 बजे की क्लास है, जब हम ये बताएंगे हाउ द मंगल दोषा इज गेटिंग कैंसर्ड, हाउ इट डज, कैसे नलीफाई होता है। ठीक है, समझ में आया? आपको पता है
Thank you,
65 मिनट्स हो गए मुझे बोलते हुए, आपको पता लगा? आपको लगा 20-25 मिनट हुए। मैं 1 घंटे 5 मिनट से बोल रहा हूँ कंटिन्यूसली।
I checked the time, Guruji.
You check the time.
Yeah, I've been up since 4 o'clock. तो अभी मेरे लिए आधा दिन हो गया।
Oh my god, that's nice. Guruji, same effect for Chandra Manglik. Chandra Manglik is, see, Lagna Manglik is the way you are. Okay, Chandra Manglik is, your mind. Chandra Manglik is something that really influence the mind a lot. मतलब ये वो लोग होते हैं जो बातों से, माइंड गेम से आपको टॉर्मेंट करेंगे, फिजिकली नहीं करेंगे। And both of them are equally bad. Both of them are equally bad. अरे चौथे भाव का मंगल प्रॉपर्टी देता है कि नहीं देता, लेकिन मैं आपको एक बात बता दूं, आपको एक ग्राउंड रूल बताता हूं आज, सुन लीजिए, गोल्डन वर्ड्स हैं। इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ एनी राशि, irrespective of whatever the mangal condition is, exalted, good strength, 4th house, 8th house और 12th हाउस का मंगल कभी अच्छा नहीं होता। याद रखना है बात। किसी की भी कुंडली में अगर मंगल 4th हाउस में है या 8th हाउस में है या 12th हाउस में है, इट इज नॉट गुड। सिंपल, बिकॉज दीज आर, काल पुरुष की कुंडली में ये जल राशियां होती हैं 4, 8, 12, और इन घरों में इमोशंस और जल की बहुत ज्यादा प्रेजेंस होती है। उसमें अग्नि डालोगे तो वो खत्म है, या जल खत्म है या अग्नि खत्म है। सो मार्स इन द 4th हाउस और द 8th हाउस और 12th हाउस इज नेवर एवर कंसिडर्ड गुड। फॉरगेट अबाउट यू गेटिंग प्रॉपर्टीज। प्रॉपर्टीज जो देता है वो मंगल नहीं देता, प्रॉपर्टी शनि देता है। ये बात याद रखना आप लोग। सिर्फ मंगल धरती का कारक है। आपको कितनी प्रॉपर्टी मिलेगी, दैट इज डिसाइडेड बाय दिस कलर दैट आई एम वियरिंग, सैटर्न। इज इट क्लियर? सो प्रॉपर्टी अगर देखनी है वो किससे देखनी है? केतु और शनि। केतु और शनि दो ऐसे ग्रह हैं जो डिसाइड करते हैं आपको कितनी प्रॉपर्टी मिलेगी। ये मंगल डिसाइड नहीं करता। मंगल का कोई लेवल नहीं है कि आपकी प्रॉपर्टी के बारे में डिसाइड करे।
Why Ketu, Guruji? I mean, Ketu is supposed to give you like detachment, right? Like a home would be like a property which is like settled, makes you more settled and attached.
Ketu has more meaning to it, just not the detachment. There's a lot of meaning of Ketu. So when we do the D4 chart in Jyotish Bhushan, you'll understand how Ketu is Karka of property. Long lecture. अभी 2-3 हफ्ते में D4 करूंगा मैं आपके साथ, D4 चार्ट। तो उसमें आपको ये भी समझ आ जाएगा कि आपको प्लॉट लेना चाहिए कि कंस्ट्रक्टेड प्रॉपर्टी लेनी चाहिए कि कंस्ट्रक्शन लिंक्ड प्लान लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि D4 में केतु की पोजीशन सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है। सो विल टीच यू दैट इन ज्योतिष भूषण। ठीक है, सो आज इतना ही, राइट। मैं यहाँ पर वाणी को विश्राम दूंगा, and we'll do our parampara again. We'll say Om 3 times and 12 times Om Gurve Namah.